Hello, I'm Wesley Gay, MS Program Director, back again to talk to you about the Preceptor Handbook along with Miss Candler with the Vision Chair.
Hello.
And what the book is, it's not extremely long. It's a 17-page book we would like for you to look at and read and sign, saying you've accepted to do this and know the guidelines and the rules of what the Preceptor Handbook is. And with this, all the preceptors will receive a copy of this and a signed sheet saying you have acknowledged you've read this, looked this over. It just gives the basic rules and rundowns of what the preceptor, what the students can do, what the preceptors do, and it's written for the paramedic program here at UACCB.
All right, so I'll take us off here and pull the handbook up so you'll be able to go along with it.
I won't read to you like you can't read, but I will go ahead and just give you the outline of what this is. It's just a welcome page that tells about the handbook, the purpose of the handbook, thanking you for helping us do this. And these are guidelines that are set by the accreditation for all programs. So this is not something that we're choosing just for you to do. And it lays out everything you need. It has my phone number, how to contact me at any time, my email. And primarily, guys, gals, everyone who's doing this, if you'll just call my cell phone and leave a message, I will get back with you reasonably quick. I can put a pager number on there if need be, but I think you can reach my cell phone without much trouble. There's my contact information, my office number. I'll be here during the summer. Mondays will be class day. The rest of the week, the students will be in clinical. I'll be here Monday through Thursday, and Tuesday and Thursday nights for a first responder program, so I won't be that hard to find. Here's Miss Candler's information too. If neither one of us are available, your best access is to contact Jury because she will get a message to us. There's guidelines we have to go by in the handbook, and I'll read some of these, but this is what you'll be looking at basically. It's been chosen, preceptors have been chosen by their EMS service for their expertise, and we went to your service and we asked who would be the best preceptor, who they felt like was the most knowledgeable for the students. And the students also requested certain preceptors because some of you guys impressed them a lot during their writing time. And we just want to make sure we got the very best. Like I said, prior to doing this, they've already written 200 hours during the first semester. They've had 300 hours of hospital clinical time prior to coming to you. The 25 team leads, they have to get done within that 100 hours. I know that may seem like a difficult number to reach at this time. But we have to get the 25 done. We have to send them back to do some more. And preferably, I would very much like for this not to be 25 nursing home runs, but I can't pick and choose how many times a day the ambulance goes out anywhere. But medical calls, they don't have to all be trauma. Medical calls, trauma calls, any type of call is where they can be the leader and actually do hands-on patient care is what we're looking for. The primary goal, of course, is the objective to meet the students, develop communication skills. Let them do radio reports as much as they can. Let them do their documentation for you. I realize you have to sign that documentation. That is your patient. But, let them practice doing the documentation and see that you approve of that. I'm sure everything is on tablets or notebook now, so you can always go back and backspace and correct that for them. The next thing is, and we look at here, is philosophy of why we're doing this. And you can read this on your own. I won't read to you because I know that can bore you to death. There is reasons removal from the site. If a student does something wrong, for whatever reason, we will take them off the site. We don't want any misconduct or at any time. We don't want any violations of your rules or clinical rules here at the school. They do represent this college, and we're going to hold them to that. And as a result of that, we can take them away. Day or night, you call me and they'll be gone if something bad happens. The uniform code, they all know what to wear. They've got their blue and black shirts that you've seen before. They wear their black BDU pants, their boots, their belts. We ask them to keep themselves clean and neat, and the shirts visibly says UACCB paramedic student on it with their name. It won't associate with your service or Vitalink or Southern or Spring River in any way whatsoever. So the patient knows they're with a student. I'm reading through this as I'm talking to you guys. Criteria for selection of preceptor, you must have an uncovered paramedic license. 1 year experience at least. We'd like to have that because we want as most experience as we can get, because that means a lot to a student to have someone that's been there around several years and has a lot of good judgment and good way to work with students and has a good learning opportunity. Not that new paramedics are not good, they just don't have their own job training yet. Your responsibilities is, like we said earlier, to provide supervision to all the students during their hours, assist them to learn the role of paramedic, and that's everything from checking off the truck to restocking the truck to doing the documentation and doing the patient care. You treat them just like it was you. I mean, hopefully this will work out where you can take a 100-hour vacation and just go to work and be there for them. And my responsibility is to orientate the preceptors to the goals. Is what we're doing today. We're going to let you. We get this book to each of you. We've made our first. I've made my first YouTube video ever in my life, so this is a new experience to me. Talk with me. We'll make sure we have all the rules. Show you the grading tools, the evaluation tools. The student's responsibility is assist with planning the preceptor experience. Laura Garrett does all the scheduling for me. She schedules their time. We'll make sure the schedule is turned in like it's supposed to be. Being on time, I'm very much, if I want them there when they say they're going to be there on time. If they can't be on time, they need to let us know. I tell them in class, it's just like going to work. You have to be there on a certain time, and that's what time you have to be there. So we'll say we expect the same thing in writing. Students will not be allowed to fly on a helicopter. So if they start asking, they know to be told no, they can't do that. We've asked that question. It's an insurance situation here at school. They cannot drive the EMS vehicles, even if while they're a student, if they're employed with you. We prefer for them not to do. I know some of the students are employed with Link and Southern and Spring River, but as a student, we prefer them not to unless it's a situation. I'm not going to tell you in a natural disaster situation. If you need to pull that student that's employed from a student, then that's something we have to work with. But hopefully that won't happen. Cell phones, leave them off. I know that's a policy at most ambulance services anyway. Radios from service other than their own service, don't be carrying the radios and the volunteer fire stuff. Tobacco use is prohibited in any public area, whether it's like it is at your office. The field skills they should know. By the time they get there, they've been checked off on IVs, IMs, IOs, the ETs. All the medications they've done. They've been through ACLS. They're qualified. They're certified. They've got their ACLS. So let them handle the situation. And as I said earlier, if it's a patient care issue to where it's endangering their life, step in and stop them, because that's what we've all been there. And I know that first time around is a scary thought. And try to help them be proactive with the families, introducing themselves, who they are, what they're there for. Just almost try to make yourself invisible unless you have to be. That'll be an example. A student can fill out, again, saying how good a preceptor you were. And we just, it's a very simple form. It's nothing, we're not going to get into, we like you or dislike you.
We will also make sure that you get a copy of this at the end.
Yeah, you can look at your forms and get your feedback and everything to know. And we get evaluated too. So, I mean, don't feel like you're in the first time. I see my evaluations, and sometimes I'm happy and sometimes I'm not. So, but that's part of the evaluation process. The back page is pretty much after you read through this handbook. And guys, please read, guys and gals, please read through this. It won't take you long. Sign this so I can sign it, put this in a file, because when accreditation comes here, they ask for all this information. And it's much easier for me to have this in a file than just have to chase you down to get this signed and looked at again. And we can't chase hard, but we do want this to be in order for the school and for your responsibility too. Agreement to serve as a preceptor. All we can tell you, we can't thank you enough for doing this. This is just saying that you agree. Works as a preceptor. The preceptor purpose is clinical experience to provide the student with additional learning in a special interest area. I understand that the student will not have a clinical instructor on site, so I won't be there, but I will show up if needed, and I will make drop in to just check and see how they're doing, especially if you're local. So at any time, don't feel like that I'm not available to you, and you know that I always have been and will be as long as I'm in Batesville, Arkansas. And that's just a paper you sign saying you've read this and you agree to be a part of this program. The back part is the same field. It says clinical field and capstone. I changed that to where it would fit one thing. The affective cognitive psychomotor domain is here. And like I said earlier in the YouTube video, if you grade below a 3, give me a good explanation of why. Don't turn this into a personal issue. If it's a reason the student's not doing it, then we need to know so we can help that student do better and get this corrected as soon as we possibly can during this 100 hours, because this is going to be a quick summer semester. It's going to last 8 weeks, and then they're going to be out and ready to test national registry. So we're going to have to address the problems as they come about. We can't put them off. That's really about everything here that I've got to say, unless Ms. Cameron has something she wants to add.
No, I think that's it. We appreciate you serving again. If you have any questions or concerns about the handbook, please let us know. But we will have to have those 2 forms in the back signed before the student can actually go with you.
And actually, I have asked them to get their schedules turned in for the June writing time by May 15th to Lori Garrett. And so I will make sure before I leave school here in May 9th, I'm officially out, but unofficially out, if that makes any sense. I will be around, but I will make sure these forms are to you and signed and can answer your questions that week, so I can have this in hand. So starting June 31st, they will begin writing that during that time.
June 31st, starting.
May 31st, excuse me.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.